into this. Let's toss that chair out there. If we could then just slide it out and we'll all right.
Get more
we'll
personal.
get a little bit cozier with IGA.
じゃあこれが進めていいですか
Dozo. I just want to say one thing really quickly. Way Forward was great at sending this to us last moment. Obviously, integrates to some of the art actually for this. Half-Genie Hero, they slid out to the backers as promised first. So anybody who was a backer on this already owns this to their word.
This is the first glimpse people are having of the gameplay, isn't it?
Through IGA playing it, but if you're a backer,
okay.
you've gotten a chance to play
they've had the chance.
But
because
as for a
backers get
non-backer, having IGA play it, definitely. Wow, that's
Right.
some nice animation.
It really, it's beautiful. You
That
guys
is
can't
great.
tell on the stream because the stream's running at 30 frames per second, but on our monitor, this is a beautiful 60 frames per second. Smooth and like...
綺麗なアニメーションですね、これ。
Oh man, I haven't played Shantae, and this is like a classic...
Now I want to play this.
Yeah, Shantae, was Shantae on NES? Or
I want to say it was on GBA.
Game Boy Color.
Color.
Okay, I never played the series, but it looks like classic platforming. Kind of a blend between, well, it's like, what do they call this? Is it 2.5D? Because it's like, the way that the background moves, it looks like it's in a 3D environment,
yep.
but you're side-scrolling, obviously.
Wow, this is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressed. Nyan,
Yes.
may I get a Red Bull, sir?
Absolutely.
What is it called when you mix beer and Red Bull? Other than gross?
That has a name?
Mistake.
I don't know if that's called like...
Terrible idea.
Yeah.
Very. What are you thinking?
What are you doing?
Sorry, I have to be honest. We launched the update 24 at the $5.5 million goal, and then the 60 backer achievements Miriam Pure costume, and just watching people go nuts over it.
Right.
I was just like, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah,
I gotta
the
go to sleep.
thing
I couldn't
you
sleep.
guys need to know is like, a lot of us haven't slept in a while.
Yes.
You guys, especially, you've had an entire month of this. My only story is that like I was told about this stream like
A day in advance.
A day in advance, and I came here, and then I enjoyed Japan for like 2 days, and then came here, and we figured this out in the course of like what six hours.
Yes.
We figured out how we were going to do this stream, and you know I've been stressed out, but this is also how I thrive. Like when challenged, when put right down to the limit. This is what's fun, is slamming something like this together quickly.
Except when you play Dot Matrix Hero. Then you just randomly get
I
deleted.
thought I did okay! I thought I
you
was all right
survived-
for somebody who had not seen the game
You
ever.
survived for 12 seconds and then 20
We should have
seconds.
passed it off to you. We should have seen how you
Yeah, we
did
should
at
have.
it.
Yes. Yeah, we
Ben,
should
do
have.
you play games? Do you find the time to
Do
play
you
them?
even lift, bro? Is that...
That's basically what
Are
I do.
you- are you-
I just did the gamer equivalent. Well, it's true though, because
You're
like
the
I
game,
mean, we're a similar age, and like as you.
I'm
like,
flattered. Yes, we are
aren't
a
we?
similar
I don't
age.
even know.
10
Aren't
years
we?
apart.
Oh,
but I'll
are we?
take it.
Okay, all
I'll
right.
take
Well, anyways, but sort of like when you make a profession, different professions, but in the gaming industry, you find less time to actually play. Do you still find the time?
You know what? It really depends on how busy I am with my day job. But I personally got like super excited because I knew we were going to do this Kickstarter, and I started playing Symphony of the Night on Vita. And I cleared that, and then I started playing Dawn of Sorrow, and I cleared that. So I just like went into like super IGA-vania mode, and I'm just like, oh, these games are so good.
With I've been a little bit excited to like with our show have planned to do Castlevania for a long time.
Yep.
But of course with our show we do costumes, so like it's in the queue of many different things, and it's all about Becky's time. She's able to make a costume, but
Whipping things is
yeah,
fun.
like I'm excited to actually play some Castlevania because I played Metroid a lot, and a lot of people kind of I don't know how the two came about in existence or if they came out simultaneously or whatever, but I'm interested to know if IGA played Metroid a lot.
伊賀様
or-
は若い時メトロイドとかやりましたか
やりましたよもちろん
クリアしましたか
気がしました
スーパーメトロイドは
スーパーメトロイドもちろん
He's like, yes, I played it and I cleared it. Of course. What are you asking me? And then I said, what about Super Metroid? He's like, yes, of course. I played that and cleared that.
Educate me. Well, Metroid was a first-party Nintendo title?
Yes, still
yeah.
is.
And then Castlevania was
Konami, that's right.
but on Nintendo platforms.
On many platforms, but yes.
Because the
initially.
two games are so similar, did they come out at the were the teams they weren't copying off each other, but were which came out first? I don't know the history.
Metroid came out first.
Metroid came out first, and then Castlevania sort of built on that gameplay style.
Castlevania was more a classic 2D side-scrolling platformer.
Okay.
Sort of like a Mario Brothers with pitfalls, and you would die all the time.
You're saying Castlevania, the original Castlevania.
It's when IGA
it was when
picked it up.
IGA created that Metroidvania feel. Okay.
And that was,
with Symphony of the Night.
1996-ish.
So that's why, even though IGA came in after the classic, I know that Simon's Quest that's regarded as kind of like with Castlevania series.
But
So
he likes it.
He likes it. He likes what's the quote from that?
What a horrible night to have a curse.
What a horrible night to have a curse. But that's why IGA is considered to be like the true or more modern godfather of what Castlevania
Because he took that franchise and turned it on its ear.
Right.
And a lot of people really like that. And that's why we have the sword and whip, because
Right.
the idea of the whip is the classic style and the sword is the newer IGA style. I'll say this, I saw a lot of people commenting on the fact that they're like, of course the sword won. That wasn't the case. Like, we were talking over with Fan Gamer, and it was, the whip had a 30% lead
at the beginning.
for 90% of it.
Oh, really?
And it was only when people heard that the doors were going to be closed on the vote that the sword people just went nuts. And they overcame
And
the
they
whip.
did that not knowing that Whip was winning?
No, we didn't tell anybody who was winning on either side.
So sword wielders are like last minute types, and Whip people are like the more invested earlier, like
They know what they like. The sword people are like, gotta do it.
Sword or whip, Iga. Sword or whip.
Sword.
Sword.
That's right.
Sword or whip.
Sword.
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 I'm whip. I prefer whip. I think that it's more fun. Becky is too. I think Becky's whip.
He's like, I don't know how to get around that.
Which?
Around this part.
Oh.
We don't have a creator next to us.
Oh.
Turn your shovel down and bounce on its head.
Oh! She becomes a crab. I haven't been watching the gameplay at all.
この変身してなんかできるんじゃないかな。
動いた。
これか。So he just realized.
Oh.
やばいで。やばい。
Is that? I thought that was acid because it's green. Oh, thank you. Becky's giving me some snacks off screen. I haven't eaten too much today. She's even cute when she's a
なるほ
crab.
ど。これできるよな。でもきっとあれ泡取らないと。関係ないか。ハートか。
金だ。これ。
Wow, this is a really pretty game.
死んだ死んだ。
He died.
Let me take over for a moment so he can have a sip of wine.
やらせてあげてください。I'm gonna go run over and grab myself a sandwich.
Iga and I will figure out how to speak each other's languages while you're gone. Or Nyan will come in. Nyan, jump in for Ben while...
Yes. Jump in for Ben.
I'm on my way in.
Nyan also speaks Japanese.
I do. Some Japanese. Ben's
Some.
Japanese.
Less serviceable.
is considerably better than mine. I'm definitely not a translator.
Well, this was straightforward. I already know how to play, I think. There we go. Nyan, were you involved in this game?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not. But I've been dying to play this. I'm a big.
Hold Y to dance. Release Y to transform.
Y to dance, release Y transform.
Does Iga
so it's
speaks English?
Little bit.
This whole time. All those things I said about him when I didn't think that he was listening? Dang.
五十嵐さんの、英語の力はちょっと秘密ですね。
秘密です。
it's a secret, he said.
So that nobody knows. How do I uncrab?
Oh, maybe hit Y again?
Yeah, I did. It's weird. It's not letting me. And she
Oh,
has
you
no-
know what? I think because you're down so low, if you were to transform, remember the camera wasn't actually going down when you were in human form? I think you have to be in crab form to survive in
Oh,
this
that's
water.
all this is. It's not like a superpower. It's just like survivability.
Yeah,
And I have to
yeah.
Just platform my way out. There we go.
There you go. Oh!
Oh, come on.
Oh, you know
What?
what? I think you might be able to transform back into human form here, maybe?
No, still
No?
can't. There we go.
All right.
Now I'm back. All right, you want to
Oh.
play again?
Thank you.
How about you, Nyan? Do you get much chance to play games?
Recently we've been really busy with the Bloodstain project as well as recently like the D4 release. We've just had a lot of releases lately.
To bite my tongue not to make this into a D4 stream when you're on the camera. I just want to talk about it like so much.
No, we've been really busy, but I'm actually recently there was an interview with Swery where he talked about gaming and having time to play games, and he said, I'm really busy and I make games, but I also want to have time to play games. Maybe that's selfish of me to want to have it both ways. And I kind of think I feel the same way as him. Like, even when I don't have time, I want to make time, so I'll stay up later a little bit.
It's a good idea
Just to play
though, when you're in the
games.
industry to like. Is IGA a fan of Swery?
スウェリさん知ってる？
I don't know. 誰さん？
スウェリさんD4 のディレクター。
知ってます。
Deadly Premonition
知ってます。
知ってますけど
そんなにお話ししたことはないですけど、知ってます。
he knows Swery, but he hasn't had a chance to really talk to him.
Okay. Did he? What does he think of, or has he seen much of Deadly Premonition, which was a cult, like became a cult hit in America?
そうですね。スウェリさんのゲーム、レッドシーズプロファイルで、どうですか？やりますか？
それやってないと思います。
やってないか。
はい
He hasn't had a chance to play it.
Oh, okay.
I think Deadly Premonition probably had a lot more popularity in the States than it did in Japan.
Yeah, well, it was like, it felt so much like Twin Peaks, I think almost by accident, like that people saw that weirdness and
It definitely wasn't
in it.
on accident.
It wasn't.
It
Okay.
definitely wasn't. There is Swery really loves Twin Peaks, and he loves David Lynch.
Right.
There was that news recently where David Lynch said he wasn't going to be able to do the new season of Twin Peaks because of certain issues. That day I found out about it. I happened to have a meeting with Swery and the rest of the team. I walked into the room and Swery looked at me, and the first thing he said was, "You heard the news, right?"
So he's
You heard.
following it, and he's
Yeah,
like,
he's like, "You heard, right?" I'm like, "David Lynch, right?" He said, "Yeah."
all right, I gotta reel it in and not make this a sweary stream.
No,
'cause,
absolutely
like, I'm
not.
just,
Yeah,
like,
we don't want to
such
do
a
that.
huge D4 fan.
Definitely
but
don't want
anyways.
to hijack the stream.
IGA's doing pretty good. IGA's favorite game currently, like modern game. What's his favorite modern
五十
game?
嵐さんの一番好きのゲームは何ですか？
僕はゼルダの伝説が大好きです。
So Legend of Zelda is actually his most favorite.
Oh,
his
is he
game.
excited about the next Zelda coming?
新しいのゼルダ。
はい。新しいゼルダが出たら Wii U 買います。
Yeah, no, he's really excited for the new.
What
Wii
was
U
funny?
Zelda. No, he's just so like, yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh,
I'm just
okay,
absolutely
I
yes.
see, all right.
I'm gonna get the new Zelda for Wii U.
ちょっとスプラトゥーンで心が動きましたけど、まあゼルダまで待ちます。
Oh yeah, he wants to get Wii U for him is just Splatoon and then Zelda and then like that's it.
Oh, so has he played Splatoon?
Splatoon やりますか？
いや、結局まだやってないです、あれは。
Oh, he hasn't played it yet, but he really wants to.
Right. Is his son excited about Splatoon?
五十嵐さんの
はい。
子供は
はい
スプラトゥーンが欲しいですか？
スプラトゥーンよりも多分スマブラが欲しいです。
He's like maybe he wants Splatoon, but he really wants Smash Brothers.
Oh. So yeah, like all I can think of is all these titles that he's mentioning and the great men behind them, like Shigeru and Inafune, he obviously is met, like, and knows well. Shigeru Miyamoto, do they know each other well, or do they? I picture all the Japanese developers hanging out and going and having drinks every night, basically.
Well, I mean, I know, like a lot of these developers, they know each other either working on projects or from other things. Both in Tokyo and in Osaka, we actually do have a weekly meetup.
What?
Where developers and publishers get together to
Including
drink.
like the great old types,
Oftentimes,
like the good old boys. Come
Well,
out.
oftentimes people like Igarashi-san and Inafune-san are too busy to come out.
Oh, okay.
They sometimes make it if they
I thought you were
can.
just painting for me my dream, basically. It was
The
like
Rat
these,
Pack
all
of
these,
game
the Rat Pack all
developers.
come together, and just like Shigeru's like on the piano for some reason, and like everybody's just drinking and having a great old time.
I wish that was the case. I really wish that was the case. No, but it's a great chance for a lot of like young creators, people who are like artists or writers or programmers for a lot of these companies, just a chance to just meet other people in the industry. That's how a lot of us meet each other, really, is to go to these like sort of weekly events and drinking up. And
I'm
having a good
excited
time.
about the Japanese indie scene. I want it to flourish because like there's just so much talent here, and there's already too many games to play. I don't know why I'm wishing for this, because I can't even keep up as it is with American indies. But like, it is interesting to see. Do you, with your company, do you consider your guys to be like indie only? And what is, that's a question. What is indie?
Oh, that's such a difficult question. Honestly, we keep having this problem. Like, what is indie? Because there are companies that are independently owned. They're not owned by a larger company, but they're also maybe like 75 to 100 people, and it's like, does that really count as indie?
Yep.
Like, do you have to be 4 people in a garage to be indie? Like, not necessarily. And
You don't have a garage.
what if you don't have a garage?
yeah.
What if you park outside?
Yeah.
Honestly, to us, at least to players, and we consider indie to be about the passion. If you're making games, the game that you want to make, and you're doing it without any like outside influence, no one is telling you what game you should be
Suits.
making. Right.
Telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, oftentimes for us, we work with developers and help them make their game, and basically our input is, just let's make sure that we can get this game out in a reasonable amount of time. Let's make sure that it doesn't, blow out of proportion and so on. But we want them to make the game that they want to make.
It's still important for somebody to be the one who keeps things on track, because budgets are still a real thing, no matter whether
Absolutely.
you're indie or you're corporate. You still have to. Money is money.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and the biggest thing is, when you have a budget, especially when it's a small one, and all of a sudden you have all these features that you want to create. Like, that's the kind of the problem with passion sometimes. Nobody really talks about the problem with passion. Like, passion's always a great thing. But sometimes you reach that point with passion where you're just like, oh, but it'd be really good if we put this in and that in and this other thing, and all of a sudden the game is kind of like ballooned in size, and it's so much more difficult, and you say like, oh man, now I've got to get like 2 more people because I can't actually do this without this artist and this programmer.
That's why half the talks at indie meetups are about shipping.
Yeah,
and
no,
just
absolutely.
getting it out the door. Right?
Absolutely.
Telling yourself to get it out the door. Do you think that? 5 minutes. Do you think that your the capacity that you work in is also about just encouraging shipping? Like, believe me, buddy, you've done it. It looks good. It's ready to go. Like, stop, torturing yourself.
Kind of. Like, basically, for us, like, when we work with developers, part of the pipeline is we work on localization after they've finished the original version of the game. So we don't want to work with the script until they're done. Because, scripts can change.
Right.
And one of the biggest problems is that a lot of these developers, they are not used to working in a professional environment, so they're not used to having like very, very tight timelines.
Right.
So for us, it's just really important to make sure that they're able to finish the game on time, make sure that, that they're not too perfectionist. That
Right,
they're not
exactly.
saying like, no,
Yeah.
the game's not really done, like I really think I can brush up this part and that part, and you have to say like, no, really it's done. Especially with Japanese creators. Japanese creators are perfectionists. They want to make this like, they're very, very detail oriented. So oftentimes, I mean, we can't, we don't
Is
necessarily
he
have the
a
ability to do this.
perfectionist? Does he consider himself to be?
He is.
He is.
He
You
is.
know it.
I
You
don't
don't even have to ask
him. I
him.
don't even have to ask him.
Explain to him though. He's confused. He's curious what I said.
五十嵐さん。
はい。
五十嵐さん、五十嵐さんはパーフェクショナリストですか？
パーフェクション。
完璧な。
僕は完璧じゃないですよ。
完璧じゃないです。He doesn't think he's perfect.
Oh, it's a good thing we asked that. He doesn't. Oh no, he doesn't think he's perfect.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know whether he's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. But.
Yeah, Ben, what's the word for perfection? Perfectionist.
完璧
完璧主義。
完璧主義じゃないですよ。もう
ああ
足りないことばっかりです。
He's not a perfectionist.
He's not. No. Okay.
ただ余計なことだけはします。なんかまあこう面白いと思ったらとりあえずやるんで、まあそういうでも他の人からはなんか細かいって言われるか言われる。
He's like, well, when I play it, it's like, this is pretty good.
IGA just came to the end of the demo exactly as the segment needs to end.
Amazing time.
Incredible.
2個はしたよ。2個。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。面白かったです。すごく操作が